Hey guys, Jonah here, and today I want to talk about something that has been going on the past 3 months. I know that staying this home for so long, you are just itching to go out, and I for one really don't want to go out, mostly because I am so scared. And you know what? It's been harder to stay at home. 3 months into it, through the window I see people going out, walking around, driving, and I really just want to step out at some point, but I try to keep myself busy. So I've been trying all of these things that are going to make me stay at home, and that's going to be the topic of the next few videos that I wish to share with you guys. 3 things that I actually tried to do during this quarantine to keep me from going outside and potentially catching something that I don't want to catch. Well, number 1 would be building Gundam model kits. Number 2 is playing video games, and number 3 is learning how to build a PC. So these 3 things are what I would like to talk about in the next few minutes, and even in the next future videos. I'll tackle one of them in each video, and I would like to start with building Gundam model kits. Okay, so maybe the first thing that you want to ask is, why build a Gundam model kit? Well, so some people think it's a toy, or yeah, maybe it is a toy, but there are several things that I can actually get out of it other than it being an amazing robot. It makes me focus. There is nothing else that I'm thinking about when I'm trying to build these kits. Like, all my attention is into the process of just cutting down the parts and then cleaning them up and then snapping them in together, reading instructions. So all of these things contribute to that attention that keeps me preoccupied for a long time. So usually it takes about, I think, a week or 2 to build the whole thing. And so I schedule it like 2 to 3 hours in a day, so that I'm still very excited to actually build the kits, and not to rush into it so much that I end up wrecking the whole thing. It also relieves me of stress. Yeah, so actually creating something, well, not from scratch, of course, but you're kind of proud to have just built something and created this whole new model just from the parts, and it actually has like a little bit of pride into it, and you're really proud of the things that you've created. And sometimes that's all it takes to relieve you of whatever work from home assignment you suddenly just got. Alright, so what do you need to get started? So there are just a few things that you would need if you want to do this like in a basic way. I am no way an expert at this, but I can at least vouch for a few items that are critical, and maybe a few other items that you can just put on as extra so that you make your kits even more beautiful. And the number 1 thing that you need are nippers. Nippers or cutters are actually your main tool, and you use them to cut up the models from their frames. So these frames, usually called runners, are the ones that hold, you cut them part by part, and then you put together the parts that the instructions tell you to do so. Right? Okay, number 2, sandpaper. So as you cut your kit, there's going to be a lot of excess plastic that's going to come off in each of the parts. And of course, what you want to be doing is to clean those off so that you have a smoother looking kit. So actually, if you had those 2 things, you're all set. But if you want to take it to like a notch higher, just a notch higher, you're gonna need a few more things. 3rd on the list would be a modeler's knife. I got mine from Green Hills. It's from Tamiya. I think you can get it pretty much anywhere online right now. This one helps with getting out some of the excess plastic with more finesse, but then you'll have more control over which plastic, like excess plastic, you get to take off. The fourth thing is your panel lining. So you have Gundam markers, and you have these accent colors that that you get to buy also from model kit shops. So these are the ones that fill out some of the detail on the kits that otherwise wouldn't be as prominent. So these are usually done at the end when everything's already built. You've already done all of the other things, maybe save for stickers on the kit, and this one just makes it a little bit more detailed to the eye. And the last few things are very minor, but then you may want to pick them up anyway. They start with cement. This is basically glue that's very thin, so that if ever you break some of the parts, you don't have to panic. You can easily repair them in a few minutes just with this cement. Okay. The next few ones are mostly for stickers. So some of the kits come with water slide stickers. So these water slide stickers are put on basically by putting them into water and then just sliding them off. So you're able to have that painted on finish. So you're gonna need a pair of tweezers. So those are used to hold on to the stickers. You're gonna need Mr. Mark Softer. So I'm not sure if that's a brand or if that's really what it's called, but basically what that does is when you apply it on a water slide sticker, it kind of melts the sticker onto the plastic so that it looks more real. So like the curved edges and some jagged edges that the stickers can fall into, it will look like it's actually melted onto it, and it'll seem like very smooth application of these stickers. And finally, you have the top coat. So a lot of people use this in a lot of ways. So I usually just put it at the end. And there are two kinds of top coats. So there's a matte finish and a gloss finish. Gloss finish is if you want it to look more like a supercar or something. And the matte finish is used when you want to make it look less of like a toy, then kind of resemble like a real thing. So you've got all of your tools, you already bought a Gundam model kit or whatever model kit, and you're going to be starting soon. Here are some tips to get you started. Again, I'm not an expert, and these are just things that I do. They may be right or wrong depending on how you look at it, but if you find that there's a better way, then leave it on the comments below. Number one would be to line up all of the runners that you're gonna need per page that you're doing. So this is something that I do to make the work more efficient. There's going to be a lot of pages, usually above 20 pages. And then what you don't want to be doing is to be reaching out for runners all the time and putting them back, reaching back. And then it clutters up the whole table, and it takes out the relaxing part of it. So for you to be able to like clear your thoughts and your desk, it's best to actually take a look at which runners are going to be used for a whole page and just put those on the table and keep everything else to the side or inside the box. Number two is to cut cleanly and thoroughly. And one of my friends actually taught me this. Cut 3 times into the model kit. So I think what this does is to reduce the stress that you're putting on the plastic as you go along. So if you cut too close to the plastic right away, you kind of risk putting some tension in the plastic, resulting into some white marks that you're gonna have a hard time getting out. And number 3, I think I mentioned it earlier also, is don't rush. So this is something that's supposed to be fun. This is something that should last you more than a day, and it would benefit both you and the model kit if you take your time and just do everything the right way and just be very, very thorough and just clean everything the right way, so that you come out with a really good model kit out of this that you'll really be proud of.